Hi, friends. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Katie, and welcome to Okay, But Did You Know? A podcast where we talk about the TV and media that we love with a friend who's never seen it before.
Today, we're recapping and chatting about Once Upon a Time, episode 504, The Broken Kingdom. This episode aired on October 18th, 2015, even though I wrote 2025 in the script. That's not correct.
So I'm so proud of you.
If I said it correctly, even though I wrote it wrong. It was written by David H. Goodman and Jerome Schwartz and was directed by Ulrich Riley. Before we get into our recapping and chatting, let's go over a synopsis for The Broken Kingdom. In Camelot long ago, consumed by his desire to reunite the Dark One dagger with Excalibur and make it whole again, Arthur leaves everything else to the wayside, including his wife. He believes he's finally translated directions to the dagger, but Guinevere beats him to the dagger by taking Lancelot and Merlin's gauntlet that will lead them to Arthur's weakness. Once they locate the dagger, they nearly think they have it, when Rumple shows up to make a deal. The gauntlet, in return for the sands of Avalon that will make anything broken appear whole. Guinevere accepts, and Lancelot leaves Camelot. But before she can use the sands on the sword to make it appear whole, Arthur uses them so that he won't lose Guinevere. Once she's at his side, he uses the sands once more to give her the kingdom of Camelot she truly deserves. And in Camelot today, with voices continuing to haunt her, Emma tries to steal back the dagger. Killian and Henry are able to find a quiet place where Emma can escape the voices in her head and be safe from everyone else. While Regina rehides the dagger, Snow and David try to play out a ruse that they're fighting so that Arthur will follow Snow as she hides the dagger, and they can get their hands on Excalibur to save Emma. But it's all for naught when Guinevere comes in to save Arthur, locking up Lancelot, and then using the sands of Avalon on the Charmings so that they will do as Arthur pleases. And back in Storybrooke, despite Gold's plea that Emma doesn't have to use him to get Excalibur out of the stone, she's determined. And now that she has Merida's heart, she can use this fighter to make Rumple not only brave, but the most valiant hero of all. You, the listeners, did not hear how hard it was for me to get that synopsis out. I wrote it yesterday, not at 11 p.m. I have no excuse. But
You've been in the booth a lot today too, man.
I have. I've been in the booth. I've been actively working for 3 hours today, because that's the benefit of having a day off, but also having a part-time job is, even though the day off is from my day job, I still work the entire day. It was my choice. I chose to be in the booth all day. I am okay with this. I'm okay.
But you like the booth.
I'm fortunate for the time to be in the booth for 3 hours, but this is why I mostly limit myself outside the podcast to like an hour and a half at a time.
Yeah. Unlike the podcast where we go, how long can we really sit here?
How long can we isolate ourselves? That's really our motto with the podcast.
Are we isolating ourselves if we're together?
We're isolating ourselves together.
We're isolating together.
There's more than enough, like, you know, closed, like, or like, I was gonna say closed door, like locked room stuff with like 2 people in it. Like, that's fine.
I just really can't wait till we do finally do like more Patreon stuff though, because we have got to do Velocipaster. Like, we need to schedule Velocipaster.
Let's schedule that for when you come here to visit.
Oh, do you know how great that's gonna be?
Because like we do that together on a live stream with Patreon, and that's just like one. And
but they could just see us in the room together.
Well, that, but also selfishly,
yeah.
Selfishly, I'll get to see you. But selfishly, that is also like one less technical aspect to deal with.
No, that's valid.
Is like just live streaming from one laptop.
Yes, because I won't be bringing my shit. I mean, maybe my pretty camera, because the camera is beautiful and wonderful and it has amazing quality.
But that'll be like for like content aspects of things.
True.
So, because like this is a nice quality laptop camera.
I'm proud of. Hey, I have a fucking Canon here, man.
Your camera is gorgeous. I'm just.
I love
saying.
My camera.
I
need to take it off the tripod and get I need to take it off the tripod and get back out there to like actually take pictures, because I do like Lauren has seen some of my photography. Like, yes. I used to heavily do this. I need to get back to it. I think I need that outlet again in my life.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is perfect timing because it's September now, and I'm like, let's go get the leaves start falling, please.
The foliage.
I say as like leaves have already started to fall. Like it almost feels like climate change is definitely like shifting our seasons, because
just a little bit.
It's usually still warm right now.
Yeah, this year it's definitely, we had a cold snap a little too early. Again, for context, I mean, you're listening to this in November. We are recording this the first day of September.
Hopefully it's cold in November while you're listening to this. Hopefully. Because like we're used to sometimes like sweating on Halloween, and I do not think that's going to happen this year.
Nah, I'm with you on that.
So, but yeah, so this episode.
So the Broken Kingdom. So this is a lot more Arthur backstory, and you kept saying that you
Yeah,
were. I mean, this is why I was always fairly silent when you're like, "I'm excited for
I
a Camelot," and
know.
I'm just like, "I'm gonna let you form your own opinion."
Oh,
Because here's my
yeah.
thing. Here's my thing with Arthur. And we'll get to your notes in a second. But my thing with Arthur is he's not my least favorite villain because again, at least he's honest.
He is. He's just maniacal.
He's just they took the power hungry king trope and they amped it up. And honestly, for how and for how much I don't personally care for this arc as a whole, I think it includes some very interesting aspects, especially when it comes
Mhm.
to the Dark One lore and everything else. And I think Arthur is a very effective villain. The issue is he's just up against the Dark One.
I think I'm enjoying the arc for what it is.
Mhm.
I enjoy the idea of an evil Arthur because like you said, this trope does work.
It does,
It's a
absolutely.
good trope. It's a great trope. I'm just bored with the execution.
It's a lot of focus on David for some reason.
It really is. And I think that's my issue with it. Cause like, and we're going, I'm already going to say this. If you guys are annoyed by it, I'm sorry. We're going to end up comparing this arc to Peter Pan for the simple fact they took two characters that are usually not seen as evil
Mhm.
and turned them evil.
They just did
Peter
this one
Pan
much
did,
better.
they did this one much better. While I am bored out of my skull with this arc right now, because this episode was all backstory. It's just all backstory,
Well,
which
this
is
one
fine.
there's no moving forward to the storybook plot at this point.
Nope.
There's the tag at the very end of the episode, but like that's the issue again with these triple timelines of things. We saw this with like season 2 when like every episode was like triple timeline, or you just felt like you were missing big chunks of things because for episodes and episodes you didn't see a certain aspect. Like this one, we needed the backstory, but also the main thing that connected to was Camelot, not Storybrooke.
Honestly. Um, and there's some problematic stuff going on
Oh,
in
yes.
this as well.
You
So that's
think?
another reason that I'm just like, what the fuck? Because like, of course, I'm like, oh, good starting off. I'm like, Arthur's sneaky. He's not showing the whole sword
Mhm.
or whatever. And then like, I know they go through the whole thing with Mary Margaret and David of like the fight wasn't like fight. It started off as a real fight and then turned into like, oh, we're actually trying to like do something with this.
Mhm.
But her line of, or is it that you need to feel like a hero again? I was like, get him, please. Because that's all I was saying in the last episode.
Yep,
He needs to feel like he's important.
I was so here for Snow calling him out on that because it's very
So
apparent.
much. It's extremely apparent. And I was really, really happy to see that.
Mhm.
And then no, I actually did not pick up that they were like tricking Arthur. I was very much like, David, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
It's a lot of red
Um,
herrings in this episode. I think it might be a one
it's a
too many.
lot. It's too many. It is. I was going to say it's too many. It's way too many because I'm like, no thoughts. I just know what I literally wrote. No thoughts. I just want to know what the hell is going on.
Mhm.
Because then there's not really much of note taking to take at that point because it's constant back and forth trying to figure out what they're doing, but they're going between the backstory and like the current story and Camelot. Storybrooke's like out the window, and you're just sitting there the whole time just going, what's going on?
Yeah.
And it takes the whole episode to figure it out, which is
Mhm.
kind of annoying for me. I would have almost preferred figuring like speeding it up a little bit
Mhm.
because like yes, I know we need to show Lancelot and Guinevere falling in love. We do. That's
Mhm.
part of the Arthurian legend is
Yeah.
Lancelot and Guinevere. It's part of it. And this is a smart way to do it. I do appreciate doing it with the evil king trope and like him
Mhm.
not paying enough attention to her and her just being like, I have this person I love. I still love him. Oh, but it's not working out. It's just so ironic for me watching this episode. Just I did love Hook's excitement for Henry meeting this girl and like everything. I was like, Hook is giddy.
He's honestly the C plot, the literal C plot that
Yeah.
is them. That might be my favorite part of the episode because it's just like, how'd you come across this place? Well, there's this girl. Is there indeed? Well, I like this tale already.
He's very
It's
much like, give me the tea.
it's the execution specifically of is there indeed because he's both surprised and not surprised at the same time. He's just so delighted by the fact that that's what it is.
He really is, and I love it so much. But talking of romance, so we've got everything going on, like Hook and Emma and
Mhm.
him like proving to her like I'm here for you, like use me. That's what I'm here for. I
Mhm.
really like. I love their romance. It is very sweet. I'm liking Hook more in this episode too because like he is realizing he has value,
Mhm.
and I like that. I like a man who's like realized, oh no, I bring plenty to the table. I am
Yeah.
here for you. I love that. Henry's little romance, and of course, yeah, like Lancelot and Guinevere. Um, but then I just wrote, I'm too polyamorous for love triangles.
Yeah, you are.
I'm and now
But, like
in this scenario though, like fuck Arthur though for not paying attention to his
well, like,
partner.
because it's such, like, the from the viewer perspective, the obvious trope that is, yes, leave your best friend to protect your wife while you go off on a adventure. That's not gonna end badly for you at all.
No.
No.
Um, I wrote Arthur is a toxic man child.
He is. There's nothing
So
against that. Well, because like, imagine and I made this analogy a long time ago, but I think it works, and it actually works really well with this, because imagine you're told from a young age that you are destined to be this king, this hero, what that does to your psyche at a young age, and it turns
oh
you
my
into, like,
god.
one of two things. Usually you're either this, where you turn maniacal, or you have the best of intentions, but someone exploits that, and you end up with River Song.
Yes.
Um,
Ooh.
and the exam
Good
that was a
analogy.
good analogy. I mean, because
Oh.
the thing that sparked that was I got asked how I thought the show would have gone if Mary Margaret did get to go through the wardrobe with Emma. And my response was, you end up with one of two things. Either this kind of vigilante savior-ish, which ends up being River Song because that gets
Mhm.
exploited and twisted, or you turn into a supervillain. There's really no in between there,
See, but that could have been a fun Mother Gothel
right?
situation though. That would have been a fun Mother Gothel situation to keep because then how do you keep her young?
Exactly.
Oh, that would have been fun though. I think that was
So
that before Tangled though?
Tangled
Because
came out
Tangled
in
is after Frozen, I thought.
Tangled was first.
It was first?
Tangled was
I
I
don't
want to say
know.
Tangled was 2020 was 2010.
I'm
Hang
not
on.
the Disney adult in this relationship.
Tangled came out in 2010.
Now, if you need horror movie facts, I got you.
No, Disney, that's my expertise.
Yeah. We are such an interesting mix.
We really are. Well, I mean, I think that comes across nowhere more specifically than the concepts of our podcast, which is Once
Yeah.
Upon a Time and Bob's Burgers.
It honestly, and then like what and but it gets even better when we start going into the shows we're going to do next.
Mhm.
Because I mean, have we talked about that on here, haven't we? Or have we not
I don't know if we talked about it
specifically on
on
here?
the podcast. I think we talked about it amongst ourselves.
See, I don't know if I want to say it if we haven't talked about it yet and like
I'd be surprised if
spoil
I
it for
haven't
everybody.
brought it up at some point, though.
Yeah. I can't remember if we have or haven't because you guys, we don't actually listen to these all the time.
No, surprisingly, we don't. I
It's
mean,
a lot of
I have
episodes.
no issue saying mine because mine's equally
Yeah.
as bonkers.
Yours is,
'Cause
I mean, mine's interesting too, though.
yours is. Well, because I'm basically, we decided for respectively when Once Upon a Time we run out of episodes because we will run out, the show's over.
Hmm.
I will be making Katie watch The L Word because she hasn't seen that before.
And when we run out of current Bob's Burgers episodes, because we will reach a point because they were renewed for 4 more
We'll
seasons.
get caught up at some point, though.
We'll get caught up and pretty quickly. We're about to start season 10 and they're about
Yeah.
to start season 16. It takes us 6 months to get through a season. So
It takes us 6 months to get through a season of Once Upon a Time. It takes us 3 months to
no,
go through
3
Go Through
months.
Bob's.
Sorry. Thank you. I had my math wrong, but it takes okay, so that's 3 months per season. We'll be caught up within the next year,
Mm-hmm.
which means I will then start another show and then you guys will get Bob's Burgers episodes from time to time because also
Yeah.
that schedule is also this will be interesting though because we might just wait like each we'll figure out a schedule with that, but we will still give Bob's episodes
Yeah,
even
of
if it
course.
is pretty much getting updated immediately after
You
we
didn't say
are
what your
able to
next
watch
show
it.
is.
I'm about to. Shut up.
Oh, you're building the tension. My
I'm
apologies.
building the tension. I'm going to make Lauren watch the original Charmed show
Mm-hmm.
because yes, there is a remake and I refuse to watch that. But that also hasn't exactly aged the best.
No,
So
we picked 2 shows that didn't age well. Well, someone did ask me if I was going
it
to have you.
aged interestingly.
Somebody recently asked me if I was going to have you also go through the L Word Generation Q, and I went,
Mm.
no, I'm torturing her in a fun way, not in a way where I think she'll actively hate me when she's done.
Oh God.
Like, what? Having you watch the L Word is torturous because it didn't age very well, but it's still made with the best of intentions and made with people that
Mhm.
really care about it and still continue to talk about it with nothing but fondness. I can't say the same for the reboot.
Yeah, I think I feel that way with Charmed too. Like Charmed is still a huge thing. And yes, I know the actors themselves have their own Charmed podcast, but that's not the premise of our podcast. Yeah, they get to sit there and talk about all the things they did.
Yeah.
Because don't get me wrong, I love Holly Marie Combs. I love her dearly.
Mhm.
I don't listen to the podcast because I'm just like, I probably should and start taking notes, but still, it aged interestingly because it's very. I saw someone say before when the reboot came out, they were like, "Oh yeah, feminist Charmed," and I just went, "What?" Like Charmed was feminist in its time.
Mhm.
Have you seen the outfits alone? Like there are entire episodes that are completely like feminist ideology. So
Mhm.
let's not down, but like let's not
No.
talk down of the original, please. But there are of course aspects of it that you're just like, ooh, should we have done that?
Yeah.
So, but we're going L word and witches.
Yeah. Great combo.
It's a great combo. I'm actually really excited for like, is that season 2 for us at that point?
I
Season 2
mean,
of
we never
okay, but did you
actually
know?
we never actually came up with seasons. It's just going to
I
continue
know.
on into the hundreds upon hundreds of episodes. It'll
So
still
I
be a case of, odd numbers will be Lauren's show and
yes.
evens will be yours, whichever those shows may be.
And
But
it may just turn into Bob's being more so specials or just Bob's episodes. Like we'll just
yeah.
release that. We can still number. Ooh, how do we number that? I
Yeah,
don't
at
know if
that
we'll be able
point,
to.
we're going to have to
It'll be just
decide
Bob's.
we're going to have to just decide an end point for that and then just start
Yeah.
putting Bob's where we put special.
Whenever we
Um
finish and there's no more to watch, like when we reach the point of like the end of whatever the last season was, if we're because we're in a current season, I wouldn't want to like we'll jump straight into that, but I think we'll
mhm.
stop numbering them at that point,
I
and
think
it'll
that's a
just
good way
be
to do
the
it.
Bob's episodes
Yeah.
because that show's probably going to go on forever. But like, I love it so much, I'm never going to stop watching. So
No, and that's fair. And I mean, we're saying this now. Once one time we'll run out of episodes. People
yes,
keep asking the actors if they want to do a reboot, and I've told you this,
stop,
and I made
people.
a video. They need to stop. I hate this trend of asking actors this about anything if they
Hmm.
want to be part of a reboot of an old thing, and then but it's not in. If A, it's not in
Yep.
production. It's not even in talks to be in production, and B, they're there to talk about something else.
Yeah.
And I made this video on TikTok and I said, I'm like, partially because fans A, they don't want to reboot. But what I said was B, because any reboot they give us will not be what the loudest fans want. And I was very specific about
Mhm.
my wording because a lot of times people are like, oh, I don't want that. I'm like, "Duh-duh-duh," what the loudest fans want. And that's something with Emma Swan. Because
Mm.
that's I'm very
She's directing now, which
she's
I'm
not
loving
acting.
because I've been watching Yellow Jackets
Hmm.
and I love it. I love it so much. I'm not caught up on it in the slightest because my friend has been having me watch it and I love her to death. I just have not stayed on top
Hmm.
because it's a show that's not easy to watch when you have
No,
children.
yeah.
Like I have to have time where I'm like, children leave me alone or my kids are in bed or something like that. And it's not always easy to watch.
Hmm.
But like with reboots too, and yeah, I know guys, we're not talking about the episode as much. We still have more to talk about. It's
We
just
do. Yeah,
not
we'll
as
get back to
much,
it.
I think, in this one.
Yeah, this one we both agreed. We have not the most notes, so
Yeah.
we're just trying to have content to talk about when it comes to media. So this is a reasonably length episode.
Yeah. Or or we'll be done at like 30 minutes and you'll be bored with us.
Exactly.
But
So,
like when the Charmed reboot came out, a lot of
hmm
people were upset because they did not talk to any of the previous actors at all. They didn't talk to
hmm
Rose or Shannon or Holly or how do I forget one name? Alyssa. Good God.
hmm
Not that that would have worked out anyways because of
no,
the rift between
yeah,
the cast itself. But like they could have talked to somebody, which kills me. They talk about this rift, but yet only a few seasons ago, Holly and Alyssa did an episode of Grey's Anatomy together. So I was like,
oh yeah,
so that their rift was very recent, and I think it was something that was going on between Alyssa and Shannon that
hmm
caused even more of one. And Rose has just been fighting so heavily against so much in Hollywood that she's just like, I'm here.
she
Like
doesn't have time to be fighting amongst them.
she doesn't
Honestly,
have time to fight amongst, so she just doesn't care. But I can't really hate Alyssa because she's been doing a lot of work too,
hmm
and fighting for a lot of rights and like against oppression. But whenever the reboot came out, a lot of people were just kind of like, "Why are we doing this?" I was one of the crowd because obviously the original is women, they have
hmm
children, like that's a part of like it went for a long time. There's children
yeah,
involved, so a lot of people are like, "Well, why aren't we just basing the reboot off of their children
hmm
who we know have powers?" Why are we not continuing? Instead, they were like, let's remake it in a sense and just put them back in the same house. because the manner is very important. When you watch the show, you'll learn.
Yeah.
And like, I kind of agree with that. Like, because they could have recast the kids. It would have been perfectly fine, but it would have been really enjoyable to watch, because then you could have the moms guest star from time to time, and it would have been great. And they wouldn't have to be there at the same time either.
No, exactly. And like that's and like it's, I say this all the time about reboots. You need a valid reason to re-enter the world.
Yep.
And truthfully, for them to be successful, there have to be certain elements that will make the fans happy. There has to be some level of fan service in these reboots. Unfortunately, that they can't just be good TV. And to be fair, like we said, I think we talked about this last week. They're generally still not good TV. Like,
well, like they're bringing Scrubs back.
Why?
Because for some odd reason, in the world of TV and movies and media, we keep wanting to go back to what people loved before instead of moving forward and creating new stories.
They're doing it badly.
They're doing it very badly. And
because I feel like they're forgetting that the thing that made people enjoy it wasn't just the brand.
I mean, I'm sure us millennials will be blamed. Don't get me wrong.
Of course.
We'll be blamed for the nostalgia, because everything they were coming out with, we're like, oh yeah, this is from our childhood. Like, fucking Jurassic Park is from the 90s, and they still haven't stopped milking that. Like,
no.
We're going to continue to see this. It's not going to end. I don't think so. But then when you see original stories actually get made and the box office is phenomenal, I'm going to use Sinners as the example. That is a complete new concept. Yes, it's vampires, but it was a complete new concept, a new story.
Yeah.
And it was beautifully done. They did an amazing job in the box office. Yeah. But then people were like, oh, we made this movie and nobody went and saw it. And it's like the third or fourth iteration of another. Like, they're coming out with another Shrek movie, and they had to rewrite the movie because everyone guessed the plot. The internet was like, we already know the plot. Like, this is what you guys are going to do. And they were like, well, fuck, now we have to rewrite this because everyone on the internet guessed it. They need, like, and it's not like there's not enough media out there. Let me also go there. There are enough scripts and directors and books and like everything. There are enough ideas out there to work off of. And I don't mind a good remake as well, because Guillermo del Toro is, Frankenstein's going to be out.
They can be done
very excited for that. Did you know, though, recently they had the Venice Film Festival, and they showed Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. It had a 14-minute ovation.
That's amazing.
Because it's different with classics, I feel.
No,
I am
absolutely
so excited for that movie. You have no fucking clue. Look at Nosferatu and how well it did.
Yeah.
You can do it well, but stop making a 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th of a fucking movie. Please.
Exactly.
I'm begging. But yeah, so he used magic on Guinevere, and I'm angry.
Well, there's your clip. That was one hell of a segue, I gotta say. We've been doing this for 3 years. None of us thought to just go right back into the conversation.
I was like, fuck, we gotta get back on this. We're at 24 minutes. Wait a minute.
That was like a 12-minute tangent right into, so he used magic and I'm mad about it.
Did I break you?
I believe so.
Did you say 3 years? Have we been doing this for 3 years?
No, 2.5. Whatever. Same difference.
2.5. We're getting there.
This for a long time.
Oh man, I broke you for a second there.
Yeah, because that was just that was such good, because you were going. I was waiting for.
I had a great rant. I had it in me. That's something I've been wanting to say for a while, but like, of course, we've been planning specials and everything. So I've started working on my AI special.
Yep,
I've started working on it. My brain is mush from the research.
No, that's reasonable. Yeah,
but. No, the things I have discovered, Lauren.
No,
I'm not telling you about them yet.
No, not yet. But yeah, so go back to Arthur and magic and Guin. Yeah, it's bad. It's real bad.
So bad.
Well,
that's very bad.
Again, it's terrible, and it's a great way to show how far gone he is, because he's willing to settle for her loving him because of the sand, where everyone else on the show is of the mentality of it's only worth it if it's real. Even the villains. Like with Regina, she was going to do something on Henry, and he convinced her, like, it's only worth it if I love you for real. Like, even Rumpel is like that. Like, truthfully, even the most emotionally stunted character on the show. I think Arthur, in fact, has now surpassed him with that, I would say.
Which is crazy.
Because he's willing to settle for the love he gets of her from the sand, where every single other character only wants it if it's real.
And then, like, why does he want to kill Merlin? I don't get it.
He's power hungry is really all I got. Is he? Because in my mind, I'm like, wait a second. Even if you do reforge the Dark One dagger, even though he's not the darkness, I feel like that would turn Arthur into a Dark One.
Yeah.
With what I know about how Excalibur works, it would still turn him into a Dark One. So
it's confusing.
But I don't even think he has rationalized that part. I think he just wants to.
He has no rationality in his mind.
Well, no, he doesn't.
Any form of rationality is gone at this point.
And that's what makes him dangerous.
Very.
Because I think the aspect with killing Merlin, I think that's more a case of he feels like he spent his whole life still tormented by this man's prophecies. And he still isn't even there yet, because as we now see, Camelot is a facade.
Yeah, it's not real.
Like he's been tormented by the prophecy given by this man trapped in a tree for his entire life.
Since he was a child.
Yeah, and he still hasn't gotten what he thinks he's owed, despite this prophecy. I think he just wants revenge for that. That's where I'm at right now. I also will admit, when it comes to this arc specifically, I don't know it as well as I know the others. So, like, I'm kind of with you in some of the aspects of theorizing because I don't remember.
No, that's great. And I'm actually kind of enjoying that because you have enough information still as the season viewer to, like, know what's about to happen. So scores are going to be different. You've got more background information than I do, which is great. But I like the idea that we get to theorize together because that gives me a little bit of the experience that season viewers had when they were watching. And it's a very fun for me. And I'm going to enjoy that aspect while I can. But yeah, my last line was just so many twists and turns in this episode. But hey, Merida.
Yeah, she's back.
I love her. I love her so much.
Dark One Emma really likes tying people up, though, I gotta say.
I'm okay with this.
Again, my dominatrix Dark Swan verse it's becoming very apparent of where that came from.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So is that all you got for notes?
That's all I have. I know I went on a really long tangent.
Nice
but
little it's okay. It's okay.
I'm
I'm
proud of it, and I will fully expect the clip to be sent to me
of me just
within
howling
the next 4 hours.
When we're done recording, that's the first thing I'm doing.
I want my entire rant. Okay.
Okay. You'll have your entire rant, and then I will have the back end of it with you destroying just destroying me completely.
You're welcome. But can you believe that Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein got a 14-minute standing ovation?
I believe it.
I can't fucking wait, Lauren.
I know.
Be prepared to be sick of. Well, you know Frankenstein's like.
I'm well aware.
Yeah.
I have met you.
Everyone listening is just like, Katie, we know.
We're well aware, dear. So for some fun facts, I do actually have some that will then lead myself into a nice little rant of they did not try that hard. So first and foremost, the girl who plays young Guinevere, that is Delilah Bela, who is Rafael Alejandro's sister. He's the boy that plays Roland. And apparently the creators didn't realize they were siblings until they started filming. I don't know. I mean, I learned that I remember the first time I learned it after the fact, but now knowing, go back and look at it, they look identical.
Oh.
Like her and her brother look very, very similar. So just it's sometimes I'm like, how do you not see it? Or at least think in the back of your mind, oh wow, they look very similar.
I see a lot of faces.
That's also true. So the Middlemist flower that Arthur gives to Guinevere shares its name with the rose-like flower known as Middlemist Red. It is the rarest flower in the world, and it is believed that there are only 2 Middlemist Reds left in the world.
Aww.
One is in the Duke of Devonshire's conservatory at Chiswick, West London, and the other is in an area of New Zealand that I'm going to mispronounce, so I'm not going to say it. It's in New Zealand. We're not.
Are there any attempts to continue?
The wiki didn't say.
That's sad.
Yeah. The Middlemist flower originates from China, and it was first brought overseas in 1804 by John Middlemist from Shepherd's Bush, West London. That had all of this, but not whether they're planning on populating it.
I need to know if there's conservatory type attempps for this.
I think right now the thing is just to make sure it's currently in. Well, one of them was in a conservatory. The other one is somewhere in New Zealand. I'm going to assume the plan right now is just to make sure those stay alive.
So we can clone direwolves. But we can't save a flower.
Well, because my guess is, since the only two living ones are so far apart, any chance at repopulating it, it wouldn't be a true Middlemist Red anymore. Because you'd be
Let's not Jurassic Park this.
No, my basic understanding. I mean, this, to be fair, it's also still a flower. It's not dinosaurs, but
flowers are important.
Flowers are important, and this is my basic level of botany: is that any cross pollination would ultimately alter the final flower.
I just see with the science that we have today, maybe more could be done. Look, they're trying to bring back mammoths for some fucking reason. So
put that thing back where it came from, for the love of God.
Like, did you know that the same people that brought direwolves back? I say brought direwolves back. That's a full on Jurassic Park level like genetics. Going on there. Yeah, they're also they're in the attempts right now to bring back the woolly mammoth.
Oh dear God.
In the same way. So if you need more information on that, go read Jurassic Park and listen to our episode on that.
There's a whole book and movie series about why this is a bad idea.
Yeah. So, because when I saw that they brought back the direwolf, I was like, one, that's not fully a direwolf. We know this. It's a form of a clone, I would say.
Yeah.
But they are now attempting a woolly mammoth. Can't cure cancer.
I hate this so much.
But we're going to bring back a woolly mammoth.
I'm going to go get mad about Once Upon a Time again, though.
Do that.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Well, I have a few more fun facts before I get mad about it again.
Ooh, okay.
So we have some. So the waterfall that's in the pocket dimension inside the vault is actually liquid darkness.
I saw that and I noticed like they did really good on that, I have to say.
It was. I was very curious why when they're they show themselves in the cavern that goes from the stairs to like the room. I was wondering why they ended up with a CGI set versus, because they have the mindset.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious why they chose that route, unless it just timing wise.
Too similar.
Well, that's never been an issue with them before. They use them, doesn't like, it's the same, because it's the same one as like, it's the dungeons, it's the mines in Storybrooke. True. Like they've never minded that before. My only guess is they weren't able to pull those sets from storage fast enough. That's my guess.
That's fair. Timing is a part of this.
It is, because like if they didn't think they were going to need it and then suddenly, oh no, we need this, it might have actually been cheaper to CGI like that one section than to do whatever transport they have to get that one set out of storage. That's my guess.
That's fair.
Violet's horse, Nicodemus, is named after the Christian saint of the same name, and this is my fun fact, that's also the name of the old prophet mythological character from the Secret of Nim movie that terrified me as a child. Look up Nicodemus from Secret of Nim, spelled Nimh. That character is terrifying.
Hold on, let me see. All right.
It's about it's Nicodemus.
Okay.
From the Secret of Nim, spelled Nimh.
You said scary?
It's creepy. It's real creepy looking.
Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I watched The Secret of Nim as a child, but that's not something that's ingrained in my brain.
Yeah. Well, for those that, because I remember we read the book.
It's
I think
like a weird rat.
Well, it's because they are rats. It's about the Secret of
Nim.
Oh,
it is a rat. My bad.
It is a rat. Because the Secret of Nim, it's rats that were experimented on that then gained like sentience and other things.
That is freaky.
It's real creepy. Oh For some reason, his character has glowing eyes. No one could ever figure that out.
Yeah, that's the creepy part. Like, why are none of the other ones glowing?
None of the other ones had glowing eyes. We don't know why.
Did they give him something radioactive?
Well, they did experiments on the rats, and they became like sentient. I mean, I know it's an animated movie. It's an animated movie, so like the characters are talking anyway. But like these rats were like extra specially intelligent.
I can't say much. I saw that Land Before Time was available on Netflix and immediately made sure it was turned on in my house.
And this one, I really like this. The altar where the Dark One dagger is resting. This was actually very cool. The set design of it was beautiful because the cage was the strands of darkness, like the ones that, attacked Lancelot. And the platform was a miniature version of the door to the vault.
Yeah.
I thought that was very design. Pretty. It was very pretty. And last fun fact before I go crazy. The Carmarthen scroll that Arthur struggles to translate is actually written in Welsh.
I like that.
They went with I like that because they went with the real world language, considering Camelot is usually an amalgamation for England anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know this is the Enchanted Forest, or this is, the fairy tale land, But the fact that it's just written in Welsh instead of like runes or some other made up language, like they picked a real world language that he can't translate, which makes perfect sense because Welsh
That
is
makes
very hard.
perfect sense. Welsh is extremely hard.
Yeah. So you ready for me to go a little
Let's
crazy?
go.
So I'm assuming you noticed the timestamp that they gave us on the flashbacks.
Yeah, it was a weird time period, right?
So they gave us the timestamps that they gave us, and this is also I think why they never gave us timestamps ever again. Was everything in the Camelot flashbacks they claimed were 5 years ago.
How?
Exactly. At the time of airing, the mention of 5 years ago on the episode was scrutinized because it takes place before the curse was cast. The writers took to Twitter to clear up the discrepancy by stating that 5 years did not include the 28 years of the curse, as time was frozen, and Adam Horowitz posted on Twitter a picture of Andrew Chambliss and the timeline of these events to show this. So and I'll include the tweet in the show notes because the way they configure the timeline of these 5 years, because a lot of the discrepancy was including because when Lancelot marries Snow and Charming, so they, in their infinite wisdom, that it's still kind of maybe they should have used a different timestamp, was everything that happens in this episode is 1 year. Nope, that's wrong. Oh wait, I'm reading the timeline. I'm like, what? Because they had 504 on
It's
here.
so
I'm like,
confusing. You can't figure it out.
I'm reading it. And I'm like, I'm not even getting it right because it says 504. I'm like, that's the current aspect. We got this. So between everything that happens in the Camelot flashbacks and 203, that's when Lancelot marries Snow and Charming, is 1 year. And then they are claiming that between 203 and the curse being cast is 2 years. I still think that's being optimistic with how much stuff they put in there, but okay.
That was a lot.
I'll go with 2 years. Then we have the 28 years of the curse. Then they're saying this is the one time where it's probably, I'd say closer to 2.5 years than 2 years, but they're close enough with my analogy. From the curse breaking until the events of 504 in the current timeline is another 2 years. That's giving you your 5 years. And it's literally a picture of Andrew pointing at this clearly hastily drawn on a whiteboard timeline.
Oh my God.
Of just these events. But it was very easy to find this. Like, of the things that I've had to search for, like for fandom drama and find receipts, like sometimes like you need specific wording. I literally Googled once upon a time 504 timeline discrepancy, immediately found the Reddit thread that had that link. It was the first thing I found.
People are heated about this.
Because it's just, it was a case of either they weren't thinking or it was one of those cases of they underestimated their fans and figured people wouldn't point this out. And
the fans that are addicted to the show and know fucking everything about it, they really didn't think, oh, they're gonna figure this out. Like, idiots. I'm sending you something.
Okay.
It's the Guillermo del Toro thing.
Gotcha. I'm pretty sure
That's
after
what I was
this,
doing. I'm listening.
No, you're fine. I know. I'm pretty sure after this, we only ever got long ago. We never got official timestamps on anything ever again.
I wonder why.
Like,
they went, shit, the fans are better at this than we are. Because they are.
Mm-hmm. If something doesn't seem right, we're going to point it out.
They're like, why did you do this?
Yeah. So, I mean, some of my notes are lines. I have a couple of things in here and there, but it's mostly like, that's what he wanted Cora to think, but he outwitted her. Writers, get your story straight, for the love of God.
Please. Like, how hard is it?
And then David immediately says, and Cora said Lancelot was dead. You can't believe everything you hear, which, to be fair, you can't. But at the same time, that's very hastily retconning that you killed off a character and decided to unkill them off. And I'm like, it's not super great. But while they're fighting and Regina's there, so that whole thing happening, Snow says, Regina, would you mind giving some minute, please? And I went, bitch, you're in her chamber.
Honestly, leave.
Go outside.
It's idiot one and idiot two.
It is. And somehow they came up with this ruse. Somehow.
I don't know how. There's no way.
They're not smart enough for this.
They're not. And I think that's why it felt so unbelievable. And like, there were too many twists and turns.
Yeah.
A twist is great. It is great. I love a good plot twist. But if you want to stuff so many into one episode, it just makes it lackluster because you're just like, but this just happened. Why are we doing this again? But this just happened. Now we're doing it again? Like, it's just too much. There is a healthy amount. And if you go over that, you're going to have problems.
Yeah, I'll say this. This episode got a couple of points because of what continually what seeds it plants. Because I've already told you this. You're aware that we're going to see Mila again in the underworld because you know we're going to the underworld.
I'm very
And
excited to see her.
I'm aware that I'm picking up on these points and that you are not. And I won't say what I won't say what was
No,
in this
that's fine.
episode, but there is now at least 2, if not 3 episodes in a row where that story of Mila and Killian and everything gets teased. And I'm like, wow, they really did foreshadow Mila's return this far and like this early in the season.
It's early.
Like they keep doing it too. And I'm like, I'm aware she's only in 1 episode, but still, the fact that we're revisiting that story continuously is interesting.
Well, I mean, we've got a lot going on between Emma and Hook and their
Yeah.
relationship. So I feel like they keep trying to bring up his past relationships, how they didn't work, blah blah blah. I
Mhm.
mean, but she's dead, so like it's another situation there. Like
Unfortunately
it
for us, they
didn't
did.
work because she died.
She a little dead.
She like kind of hard to continue a relationship after your spouse has died.
Yeah,
Just
it's
saying.
just a little bit, yeah.
A little difficult.
Tiny bit.
So and I really don't. I get visiting like past relationships to like move on the story that of a new relationship, a new
Mhm.
romance. But it does feel really, really early to be doing this.
Yeah, and again, she's only in 1 episode, and I would say
Yeah.
this, like, furthering not really furthering, 'cause I was gonna say to get closure on that, and I would say they even still don't let us get closure with it. It just it just feels like they're hinting that we're revisiting these old stories. Like, they're hinting at what's to come in the future of the season, and so far, they just seem to be really poking at this one story.
A lot, but why?
It's not even a case of I can't say, I still genuinely don't know why. I mean, I like that they're teasing
Wow,
it this
that says a lot though.
I genuinely like that they're teasing it this early, but it's the fact that they keep teasing this one where, again, out of a whole 11 episode arc, it's only 1 episode.
Hmm.
Like, Rachel Shelley only comes back for 1 episode. She's only in 3 in the entire series.
Why are we dwelling on this
I
then?
don't know. Because she's an important part of both Killian and Rumple's backstory, but at the same time,
But we've already had so much Rumple backstory.
like,
And plenty of hooks as well.
there's so much more in the 5B arc that has to do with other characters that I feel like we should have gotten more of
Like,
sooner.
do we really need more backstory for these guys?
There's a lot of it. They're around for hundreds of years.
I feel like there's just so much they could play on with
Yeah.
all these characters that they have in the show. Like, why are we still dwelling on the same characters when we have so much more we could do?
Yeah.
Like, I miss Red.
I know.
Like at that point, I'm just like, I miss Red.
I like that you brought her up.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Does she come back?
I played the 5th.
God damn you!
I'm just saying, I like that you brought her back. I like that
I
you brought her
miss
up.
her.
That's
I
all I'm
mean,
saying.
who doesn't miss her gracing their screens?
I
I'm just
mean, this
saying.
is absolutely fair. But yeah, that's all I'm saying with that. I will neither confirm nor deny anything. However, glad you brought her up.
Hmm.
I'm a delight, aren't I?
Yeah,
Just remember that you love me. It's fine.
I try.
You try. Did you try? You try to love me? I don't know
No, I try
loved
to remember.
I
No, I try to remember that you love me. Shut up. No, don't you dare.
I don't feel loved.
You
How
know I
ridiculous.
love you.
Mhm.
See this? I should have touched you more.
That makes no sense to anyone who isn't either of us. Because that also sounds vaguely threatening.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it is. Who knows? All right, I have one little rant to go on outside of everything we've talked about, so I'll do that after. So, Katie, what did you rate The Broken Kingdom?
I gave plot and character 7s.
Fair.
Which is now feeling a little high. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
That now feels higher than it should be.
Yeah.
After talking about it. But this is what I rated it when I watched it, but it feels like it should be lower.
Reasonable.
I give Personal a 6.
Okay.
So this is only a 20. I feel like it should be lower.
No, that's fair.
After
that's
talking.
fair.
But I was bored. I looked at my phone. I kept picking up my phone again a lot, which is
That's
not
never
a good
sign.
indicator. If I'm looking at my phone, something's wrong.
Yeah. I also gave it a 6 for personal because it's just
Okay.
it is what it is. It gets a 7 for plot. It lost a good chunk because of that timeline aspect. I will not lie. because it's again, I know what it's building, I know what it's setting up. I think Dreamcatchers is going to be much more plot heavy than what we've seen so far this season.
Thank fuck.
Um, it's because also we're going to be back in Storybrooke. I think the problem is because of this timeline and how they do things this way, so much of our story is predicated on seeing the Storybrooke aspect. And while I don't disagree that the flashbacks of Camelot and Arthur's backstory need to be there to further our understanding of his character and where he's coming from, it does make episodes without a Storybrooke aspect feel like we're missing something.
Yeah.
So, and it got an 8 for character because it's again, we may not like that they made Arthur the maniacal, power hungry villain, but
No, I like that they
it
did. I don't
works.
like
It
how
works.
how.
It's
I
just
don't like I
we're just
like I like the actual like evil Arthur.
we're just
I'm
bored.
bored with the execution.
Yeah. So this one gets so I gave it a 21, not super different from your
Oh,
score.
damn.
Um but I was saying with back to the whole Sands of Avalon thing. So saying before about how it serves really well to show how far gone he is because he's willing to settle for less than actual love. It also furthers, it goes into his power hungriness because when presented with the Sands of Avalon, he's willing to use that to create the kingdom that he thinks Gwen deserves. He uses it on everything except the sword.
Which is interesting.
He doesn't like he's okay with having the fake kingdom as long as his power is real. Which I think is interesting and I think works really well with what we're given to him. Like this is like the one thing of like when you look deeper into it, I'm like, oh, this is actually well done the way they do this. Is he's willing to have, the facade. He's willing to have the cardboard kingdom as long as his power is accurate and correct and absolute power. And
Sounds
like
like a man.
sounds like a man, sounds like a king, sounds like someone who was slighted his entire life. And you now gave him a taste of power and here we go.
Slighted though because of a prophecy he believed in.
And like I don't disagree with like the children that like if a boy is claiming he's the king because he heard voices from the tree in a realm where there isn't a
Yeah.
whole lot of magic, ironically, because Camelot doesn't have a lot of magic that's inherent besides Merlin.
I think my problem with this is Merlin was of course such a bigger part in the Arthurian legend. I think that's where I'm struggling is we need more Merlin. Like
We're gonna get him.
I need Merlin. Please save me from the
I
maniacal king. Give me Merlin.
Yeah, I think honestly, if there were a way to combine last week and this week's present day Camelot
Yes.
aspects, this would have moved so much. I think we would have had less of each bit. But I think if there was a way to combine them,
Good, less David.
yeah, less David, but I think that would have given us more time for Merlin. I'll say this. Next week we're ramping up the getting Merlin free.
Thank fuck. I need Merlin
Because he's
to not be
very
a tree.
important for the back half of this arc.
Okay. I'm excited for that then. Because like we've said, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying
Mhm.
this. I'm just bored.
And that's okay. That's totally fair.
Like it's not a bad story arc. It's actually just
No.
really it's
It's
actually the concept is wonderful. The execution needed work.
it's bad pacing.
Very bad pacing. Oh my god. Like if we were doing a movie right now, the pacing score would be low. Because yeah, guys, we do movies sometimes and
Those are also as vastly different as our TV shows.
it really is. It's so much fun because like what have we done movie wise? We've done what did I
We've
make you
done
watch first?
we've done What's Up Doc, and
Mm-hmm.
then we did The Menu. No, then we did
No,
Burnt.
Burnt. I made you watch Burnt.
Burnt, and then we did Beaches, and next we're doing The Menu.
Next is The Menu with a little bit of a prerequisite, but it's like a short episode of
Yes.
something.
I say next. If you're listening to this on release day, The Menu came out last week.
You're welcome. But yeah, if you want to see those early, join Patreon.
Yeah.
For all the fun things. We're doing a lot more fun things over there, guys. Y'all should
We
really
really do. We do a lot of fun stuff on the
we do a
Patreon. And
lot of
so
fun stuff over
as
there.
you'll hear about how to find out about that in the outro.
Oh, is that now?
How's that for a segue?
Thank you all for listening. Join us next time when we discuss Bob's Burgers, Season 9, Episode 21, PTA It Ain't So, and Episode 22, Yes Without My Zeke. Don't forget to like, rate, and follow the podcast wherever you listen so you can be notified every time we publish a new episode. Follow us at OBDYK_pod on Instagram and Blue Sky. And if you'd like to join our Patreon, you can find the link with more details in our show notes.
This has been an episode of Okay, But Did You Know? A TV and media podcast. It was hosted by Lauren and Katie and edited by Lauren.